Hey everyone, this is Andrew with Team 299. I'm making this video to show my students how to install Solidworks and do our little setup. So if you're one of my students and you're watching, good, you're doing the right thing. If you are not one of my students and you're watching, I don't know what you're doing with your time, but sure, you can follow along, that's fine. So let's jump right into this. This is the Solidworks screen for Solidworks Education. This is where we get our downloads sponsored by Solidworks. And in order to get to this, you need to get the email that I send out to the students who ask for SolidWorks copies. So if you don't have one, you're like, Andrew, I have no idea how to get to this. You probably haven't asked us yet, so ask myself, ask an engineering leadership student on how you can get a copy of SolidWorks. And we will send you the email with the download codes, which I'm purposely trying to avoid showing in this video because I don't want anyone else to steal our copies. And in that email, you'll get this link. So the way we fill out the link, pretty simple. You say, yes, I already have a serial number that starts with 9020. And this will automatically fill in, I don't know. We want version 2018-2019, unless it is a future year, in which case high from the past. Pick the most recent year. But for the most part, yeah, we will doing 2018-2019 now because it is in fact 2019. I put in my Valk email address. You should always use your Valk email address. And then I say we are a student team because that is what we are. We'll request the download. I don't know, some text. Accept and agree. You should probably read this at some point. I've read through it several times, so I don't need to do that. And then we want to just click download right there. Scroll through, make sure, yep, cool. So that's downloading over here in the corner. You can see it says 1 because I already downloaded it, but whatever. I'm going to do a fresh install. Click on that. Wait for it to pop up. I'm going to see if I can cut out the parts of this video that take forever. Because, you know, installing SolidWorks isn't really a 2-minute thing. There it goes. Say yes. I want to allow it to affect my device. Unzip. Cool. So it'll open up the installer right away. Reboot. I don't really care about the reboot. It always says that. I don't know why. Like I've rebooted and it still says that. I want to do an individual install, which means on this computer. And you can see my key. Don't steal it. You should have your own key. No, I'm just kidding. I'm probably going to try and see if I can block that out so that people don't steal my stuff. And if not, well, I will suck it up. You should get the key based on the email I send you, or whoever the engineering leadership student who sends it to you is. We really just need 3D design. We don't care about SolidWorks Visualize. For right now, we're not using simulation stuff. We don't use SolidWorks CAM. We don't use any of the technical communication stuff. Composer is nice, but for most of y'all, you won't need it. And we're not doing anything with electrical design. If you're interested in these and you want to learn more on your own, feel free to check them out because I believe we have licenses for almost all of them. But for now, if you're going to do robot design, you really just need 3D design, SolidWorks Standard, Professional, Premium, blah, blah, blah. So select that. You have a key in there. And you say next. Mine auto-filled because I already had the key on this device. Yours you will have to fill in yourself. And then it'll connect to SolidWorks. Just, you know, check, say like, hey, you know, we're cool to put an educational license on this computer. Because they track all that stuff as they should. So this gives you all the little products here. Let me go click on change just to make sure. So yep, it's giving me SolidWorks, giving me eDrawings. I'll keep eDrawings, but you don't need to. I may use it for other stuff. I'm going to deselect flow simulation. I'm going to deselect like basically all of this stuff, plastics, electrical, just because I don't need it, right? Simulation, motion. We don't need this for almost all of the students, and I have all of these actually installed on a different computer for me to use. The reason we deselect these is they decrease the download size. So, you know, if you're downloading less, you use less. So Isn't that a concept? Takes less time, overall easier. Recommend doing it. Download options. I guess I already have the files here, so I'll be doing install only. I think you'll have download and install if you've never done it before. But I've downloaded this several times on this computer. I have all the files. That all looks good. Back to summary. Installation location. It'll probably just pick whatever area it works. Like, I've never needed to change that in particular. Toolbox, whole wizard stuff. You can leave that alone for now. And then you say install now. And when you look at that, we're already 1% complete. I'm sure this is going to take more than a hot second, so I will try and cut this part of the video. I will see you when it's uncut. Alright, now that SolidWorks is done downloading, we need to get some stuff done on the GrabCAD side before we get SolidWorks all set up. If you have a GrabCAD account, fantastic. If not, set one up with your ValkCAD account email. I'll show you how to do that real quick. So if we go over to internet browser, go to grabcad.com. It's going to auto log me in, but I'll just log out real quick just to show you what the steps are. So this is GrabCAD. It's where we host all of our CAD so that our team members can have access to it, and it's safe and protected within the team. We want to do, if you have an account, log in. If you don't have an account, I think you still go to log in, but it says not a member. Click on that. Make an account using your ValkCAD email address, and once we do, log in. Once you've done that, you should, if you're just creating your account for the first time, send me your ValkCAD account, like message me privately on Slack, ideally, and I will set you up with all the projects you need access to. For the most part, you need access to the settings, you need access to the library, and whatever robot or personal projects that you are a part of. So once you have that all good and you're logged in, you want to go to the download app section. I already have the app. It's in my toolbar down here. So you can get that yourself. Once you get that, real quick, GrabCAD will open up, and let's just log out for current sake. So GrabCAD is known to take a while to open on the first try, so don't worry about it to open it right away. So put in your Valk email. We're going to log in. The whole purpose of GrabCAD Workbench, which is what this desktop client is to connect the GrabCAD project files on their cloud server with local folders and files on your computer. And that's how we more or less communicate between my computer to your computer, or your computer to the shop computer. Anytime we make a change to any of the projects, we upload to GrabCAD. And as soon as we log on to a computer and we see changes, we download them. And as long as that works pretty well, then we'll keep using it. It's an easy enough system. General rules of thumb is don't change anything in projects that you're not supposed to be changing things in. So if you're just loaded up, but if I have a project over here, let's say I have my own project folder, user project Andrew Lawrence, and you're looking at one of my projects, which is totally okay, and you change something, don't update it, don't push that. I can undo it, but let's try to avoid certain things. So this is what it's going to look like for the most part. For me, it shows all these folders over here in gray because I have access to everything. For you, it's going to show some folders maybe in a darker black because you need to connect. So let's say you don't have the library. Over here it would say connect instead of up to date. You just click connect. What that does is that creates a local folder on your device, whether your laptop, your computer, etc. And that's where it links between the GrabCAD project in the cloud and the project folder on your computer personally. Make sure that you want to get 299 library, 299 settings, and whatever current year you have access to, alongside if you want team projects, and then create your own user project folder. There's a lot of rules surrounding the naming conventions. If you want more info on that, navigate over to GrabCAD. It should be in documents. Go to 299 settings. check out the 299 CAD FAQ. It'll give you basically a rundown of how we do all of our naming conventions. I am a stickler for naming things the right way, so do pay close attention to that. Try and follow it as close as you can. When something needs updating, you'll see a little blue dot next to it, like here. So one of our students, Bogdan, just made an update. So I'm going to download this update for driver station stuff. Pretty easy. You'll see progress up here. Downloading. Usually only takes a couple seconds, can take up to several minutes. When you're downloading everything for the first time, it'll take a bit just because it's a lot to download. But once things are stored locally, it doesn't need to re-download them every time, only when there's been a change made. So we want to make sure we have the library and the settings tab, and once we get those, we can open up SolidWorks. Now sometimes it'll give us a little sound where it says, oh, you have not an error, but it's like a pop-up saying, oh, your toolbox is in a weird place. It just does that. Ignore it, just say yes. Most of the time when a pop-up comes up, you can just say yes to get rid of it. And from here, we have a pretty fresh install of SolidWorks, but we still need to connect it with all of our settings. So the first thing we want to do is go to Tools, go to Save and Restore Settings. And we're going to restore settings because I've already have the settings saved. Go browse and select 299 2019 settings and hotkeys. Say Open. Make sure all that's selected. Say Next. Make sure Create a Backup is deselected. We don't want to create a backup. Say Finish. It'll say, oh, you're not making a backup. We don't care. We know. Say Yes. All right, cool. Definition of the buttons have changed, blah, blah, blah. So now, for the most part, it should be good if you've set everything up the way I have it set up, but there is a chance that you don't have everything set up the way I have it set up. So just in case, what we're going to do is we're going to double check everything. We're going to go to Options and go to Default Templates. Oh, whoops, that's wrong. I'm sorry. Let's go to File Locations right under it. We'll make sure all of our file locations are right. So if you go to Document Templates, we want the folder to be 299 settings. So if it's giving you an error with that or saying that it's not located in the right spot, so we're just going to delete it just to show you. Delete it, go Add, go over to wherever your GrabCAD folder is. Mine's in Documents. And we're going to say Document Templates is going to be 299 settings. Just select that folder, and that should be fine. And the same thing, we want to go down to Design Library, and we want to use the 299 library. For me, it's located at this address, and that's because I put everything in the Documents folder. For you, it may be different. Just make sure you select the 299 library and say Select Folder, say OK. And then we want to go back to Options. The reason we didn't just do this the last time we were in Options is we needed to say OK to select certain folder locations. We're going to go to Default Templates, click on the little dot, dot, dot. And make sure you select 299 part. And for part, 299 assembly for assembly. And then 299 drawing for drawing. And if you get all that nice and done, you should be able to go to File New, 299 part. Invalid argument was encountered. Well, that's new. Of course, that's going to happen when I'm filming. Well, I can't say I've ever run into this before. I don't know what the invalid argument is. Can I try again? No, it's not letting me. Huh. What if I close out and try it? Nope, I can't close out. Oh, there it goes. Well, normally in professional video software such, or like professional video production. Okay, it's back up. That's weird. This is when they cut the camera and it'll come back in. But I'm not nearly as cool as that. So you're just going to watch me debug this for the next 2 minutes. I'm sure it's nothing. Probably super easy. Barely even an inconvenience. Let's see. Yep, there's that whole wizard thing. I don't know why it does that. I mean, I know why it does it. It's annoying. All right, take 2. So everything should be good. We go to 299 part. Oh, look, it doesn't give me an error. That's good. That's an improvement. All right, all of our windows and all of our toolbars are set up exactly how I like them. We have the warm kitchen background. If you think it's ugly now, that's fine. You get used to it after a while. If we go to try and sketch on a plane, we can use our keyboard shortcuts, like C is for circle, R is for center point rectangle, Q is for polygon. And all in all, you want to get to know those pretty well because your keyboard shortcuts are going to speed up your design process a lot more. If you want information on what those all are, you can go to Tools, Customize, Keyboard. This will give you all of our keyboard shortcuts. A lot of these are default in SolidWorks I didn't touch, but the most important ones you want to look for, the ones that we have modified, are in the Insert area. For example, Extrude is E, Revolve is Shift R, Extrude Cut is Control E. Those are all useful ones. If you go to the Tools section, you can find out which sketch tools are bound to keys, and that can speed up your design process a lot. Take the time to go through those. They're all super useful. So once we have that, we have our GrabCAD library set up, right? We can go over to Design Library, 299 Library. We should have all of our stuff over here. We've set up GrabCAD settings, so now we have all of our 299 settings set up, and we are connected between GrabCAD and SolidWorks. So I think we are done with this video. Hooray! All right, keep watching for the next one, and keep on designing. See you later. Bye.